Today we're going to show you how we transform our campervan interior by replacing this tired temporary plywood for this solid oak butcher block worktop. Plus we're going to add a few finishing touches to bring it all together. So let's get into it. Right, but the first thing we've got to do is take out all these temporary worktops. Just make some notes as to any little adjustments we need to make. But before we do all of that, we've got to take out the induction hob, disconnect the tap, disconnect the sink, remove that, and we've also got to do the power socket over there, take out the coffee machine. Yeah, there's loads that needs to be done. So let's crack on. That's the first one. Right, first thing we need to do is we need to work out which is the best side of the worktop. Now, according to Worktop Express, so we bought it from, put a link in the description below for them. There's an A side and a B side. Now we want the A side because apparently there's less imperfections on that side. So I've had a look. I think I've found out which side we want.
Right. Is that rain?
That's rain.
Oh.
So this side's nice and smooth. If we turn it up on its side, and have a look on the other side, you can see it's more of a rough cut. It's kind of bits of the grain are kind of peeling away a little bit. You only really see it in the grain if you look carefully. It's nice and smooth one way, but it's a bit slightly more rough the other. So I think that's the B side, and that's the A side. So this is going to be the top. It is raining slightly. It's going to be spitting on and off all day, so hopefully we don't get rained off. Right, we've got the template on the actual worktop. We've double checked everything, trimmed down the template as much as we need to. So we're just going to mark out all the cutouts and then start cutting. Wish me luck. Right, what we intend on doing is using a little 2.5mm drill, and we're going to chain drill along this line, and that will give us enough room to get the jigsaw piece, which is 2.5mm thick, it's a thin curved one, inside, and then we can cut this out and hopefully keep the insert to use inside the sink when we're not using it. If we can keep this nice and straight and not take off too much material. So hopefully 2.5mm all the way around will be the most we lose. And then we'll draw a little hole in the middle, cut down the middle as well, and then we can take out each side if we want just a little bit of sink to use, if that makes sense. So let's see how we get on. We only get one chance of cutting this, so fingers crossed we get it right. Now the other thing I'm doing, I'm cutting out the sink first, because if I mess this up, this is the bit that we really want to get right, because you see all the edges on this. The induction knob I'm not too bothered with because it overlaps the edge. You don't see the cut. The inside, really hoping we get that nice and smooth and straight. If I mess it up, we've got the rest of the worktop we can use for something else. We'll keep this nice and straight. We did have a bit of an issue, so we kept snapping the small drill bits when we were trying to chain drill the slot for the jigsaw. So what we started to use is a multi-tool. So the blade on here is about 2mm thick, so you could just about get the jigsaw blade in. It's been working okay, so thank God for that. Right, there we go. One insert. A little bit of burning from the router, the plunge cut multi-tool, but we'll flush cut all this with a router. That'll all come up quite nice. We'll do the same with the insert as the hole as well. Right, there we go. We've got the table, and then we've got the pull-up that goes by the sliding door at the end of the kitchen units. So that's another 2 done. Right, there we go. So that will come up. Nice little pull-up there. Got some brackets to bolt onto the side of the unit. Once we've routed this down, we're going to flush route this so it's nice and flush to the side of the unit, and then do the same with the back. It's all nice and flush, just how we want it. Right, so unfortunately the microphone seemed to have switched off, so I'm going to try and tell you exactly what I was saying, if I can remember. So, here we go, once I finish talking. Right, okay, so I think I'm saying that the worktop is in, it fits quite nicely, looks very nice. We've just got the induction hob cut out just there, and the sink cut out is there. It looks really good. Over here we've got the larder unit with new worktop on. Fits nicely, nice and flush. I think that's what I'm saying, so that all looks good. The oven top here just needs a bit of trimming along there, then hopefully that will sit nice and flush. The next job to do, I think I'm saying, is the oiling. Yep, same colour as that, hopefully, and that'll look pretty good. Yep, no idea what I'm looking at there, but let's move over here. Oh yeah, the pink horrible curtain, that's not staying, that's just to keep the dust out, so just ignore that. Yeah, get rid of that one as well. Yep, don't like that. Here is the pull-up. That's going over here on the worktop. Underneath is the table. Yep, that just needs routing around the edges to curve it and make it nice and well, less sharp, so we don't hurt ourselves on it. Yeah, going on about something else here. I've no idea what. Right, the windowsill. Yeah, so the windowsill. It's got a horrible ply bottom there, so we don't really like that. So what we're going to do is take this windowsill, we're going to route this down to about half, yeah, around about that. That looks good, and then that'll sit down just over the top of that. So we'll have a little lip on the windowsill that'll cover this piece of ply and just make it look quite nice. Yeah, that will go there. We've got the other windowsill to go on the other door, and then we've got 2 lids on the back for that back box. And I think that's about it. No idea what I'm saying here. So let's go over to where I start sanding. Right, so we finished sanding the worktop. What I did was sanded it down to about a 180 grit. We went over with the damp cloth just to take off most of the sanding dust. What that did was it raised up the grain with the dampness. So we just allowed that to dry, and then we went over with a 240 grit just to finish it off, get a nice smooth finish. So what we're going to do now is start oiling it, treating it, and getting it finished off, ready for fitting. Right, what we're using is the Osmo Top Oil. We've gone for the Acacia, so it's a slightly darker colour. That should blend in nicely with the ceiling slats and the bathroom door as well. So that'll be should be nice and nice, rich, dark colour when it's all done. Now this takes about 8 to 10 hours to dry per coat, and apparently we've got to do at least 2 coats on the surfaces, and about 3 or 4 coats on the end grains as well. So it's going to take a while to do this with all the waiting time in between coats, and we've got quite a few little bits of worktop to do as well because of all the different places. We're also doing windowsills as well, so yeah, it's a lot to do. So let's crack on. Ooh, it's like chocolate. It's
milk chocolate, not dark chocolate.
So you get it everywhere.
Right, where shall I start? This is the underside anyway, so...
Yeah, if we make a mistake, or we don't like it, this is the underside anyway. It's a nice colour though, nice rich colour.
It keeps splurting out more from the sponge.
This is a nice day for it though. Sun's out, should help with the drying time.
Where it's soaking into the sponge, it keeps...
Right, well we've got wood all over the place. We've got, everything's had one side coated and the sides. So it's just the other sides have its first coat. And looking at it, it looks really nice. It's a nice colour. I'm glad we went with that colour. Really brings out the grain as well. This is the table. So we've routed the edges of this so it's nice and round. And it does look really nice. And this is just the first coat. So we'll let that dry for probably overnight, and then we'll do another coat tomorrow and we'll see what it looks like. Right, it's been about 3 days now. We've been busy oiling and treating all the worktops. Let's have a look. So there we go. All nicely done. It's got a nice finish to it, a little sheen. It's not too glossy. We did go for the matte finish, but still got a nice sheen on it. Still see the grain. It's a nice colour. So really pleased how they've come out. We've got the table there and the windowsills there. Next job then is to get all of these in the van and see how they look. That's not too dissimilar to the job.
No, it's not, is it?
So that worked out quite well. Right, just got to get that one secured. Leave a bit of a gap at the sides and the back just for expansion, because when it gets hot it can expand. A couple of mil all round, so that looks good. Let's get it screwed in. Make sure the bracket's in the right place. So I haven't glued the wrong side. Right, there we go. In there. In you go. Lovely. That looks better already. That's everywhere. That's a lot better. Okay, needs a clean, but it's in. Right, just the fridge to push in, sink to attach, plumbing to go back on, and then that's it, done. Can't find the backing paper. There we go. Right, so we are done. We are done. So let's take a look at what we've actually done. Right, there we go. So there's the sink unit, induction hob there, all nicely put in. We've got the pull up here as well. It comes up nice and level, flush with the worktop. Plenty of extra space to work. Got the washing up liquid dispenser as well. Taps in. All the nice blue tiles round here. We've got it all sealed it all up as well. So no water gets down the side, all trim around the edges, all looks good. Then we come round. This is the top of the, got the air fryer in here. I'm really pleased at how this has come out. It's come out really nice colour, really nice grain on it. Got all the blue tiles round there. Top of the larder unit, we've got the coffee machine in here. The pop-up plug, there we go. So that's all in and done. We've got the extra box section in here, so we can just take that out. We've got extra storage space, nice and deep. Just goes in like that. Nice soft close drawer there. Come across, and we've got a nice table. So we've done it level with the seat, so we can get through when both the seats are turned, and it's all nicely routed, beveled off all the way round, so we don't bash ourselves on it, because I will. Really happy with that. Then we've got the windowsill there, all looks good. And then there's another windowsill on this sliding door. There we go. Pull that right round, there you go. That looks really nice. Happy with that. So all in all, it's almost there. We're almost finished. We've got all the surround painted as well for the sliding door. That all looks good. We managed to tie it all in nicely with the bulkhead. Alexa, coffee on. That works really well. Extra weight of the lid, extra weight of the lid makes it shut easy. Alexa, coffee off. There we go. So the lid shuts nicely on that. Yeah, it's slow, but it does its job. Happy with that. So there we go. All done. Just got the ceiling slats to do. We might put a video out on those. They're taking a while to get the right curvature and everything, and getting them right, it's a real pain. So it's one of those jobs that I wish I hadn't started, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. They won't take much longer to do. Anyway, if you found any of this interesting or helpful, or you just want to follow us and see where we go with it next, do hit the subscribe button, like the video, and also hit that new hype function as well, because that all helps the algorithm and draws people into the channel and our videos. So till next time, bye for now.